All right, folks, I am getting word that I am live for you with some G-Savior. If you don't know what G-Savior is a Gundam video game. It's the first Gundam game for the PlayStation 2. It was actually released. It was released before the PlayStation 2 was released in North America, so that's how early it is. We're gonna go ahead and get things started right away here. I should mention right away that the game has some good tunes, so if you're ready to jam with some early PS2 music, this is gonna be a good time. I control the timer, which means I get to do this. This is not Fat Char. Fat Char is War for Earth, which I also have played, and it is a very good game. So, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, if you don't know what G-Savior is, G-Savior, the game is a tie-in to a movie of the same name. The movie being a Canadian-produced Gundam TV movie. Imagine someone made Stargate but Gundam, and that's pretty much G-Savior. Which, depending on whether or not you like Stargate, that's a good or bad thing. It's up to you. But yeah, this is an early PS2 game, so we're gonna have some weird things going on here with how our movement works. We have all of our mobile suits have two modes. They have a hover mode, which I'm doing right now, and I'm going to be managing my hover meter, which is that blue bar in the top right. So instead of letting the bar completely empty, I'm going to stop hovering, do 2 hops, and then move. I should mention we're going to get upgraded mobile suits, so I won't be moving like this the entire game. But our general plan right now is that we want to stay hovering as much as possible. Well, so the story with why it was Canadian was because it has to do with CG at the time, and Sunrise didn't feel like they had the CG chops to do live action Gundam. So they reached out to a CG company in California and then a production company in Canada. Yeah, I mean, Polestar Entertainment, the Canadian company that made the movie, is like they was like a real company. I mean, Presto Studios was a real F&B company, but I don't know. I'm kind of a Gundam live action defender. I think War for Earth has an unfair rap, but that's also why I'm a sicko speedrunning G-Savior. So let's talk about the other meters. The red meter is the health meter, which hopefully you won't ever see go down. And then the yellow meter is a shield meter. I mean, so the PS2 game was made by Atelier Sai, who's like a toy manufacturer. They made some other PS2 games, but they're mostly known for making toys. And yeah, the soundtrack in this game is really good. The guy who made the music is actually now like a Bandai executive. But yeah, all the original designs, I guess all designs in this are done by Kunio Okuara, who of course some of you may recognize as the mechanical designer who made the original Gundam. And they all slap. All the mechanical designs are good. I wasn't paying attention. All right, well, you get to see what happens when the hover runs out. I just look like a fool. So the suit that I'm playing with now is the original G-Savior. So this is the kind of the titular mobile suit that is in the movie. Boss time. This first boss can be stun locked with the normal attack, so the boss fight's gonna look like this. I am walking slowly towards him very intentionally. If you get too close to the boss, you'll contextually pull out your sword, and the melee combat in this game is very inconsistent, and it doesn't really deal that much damage, so it's better to just keep a certain range from him and stun lock him with the regular beam hit. Yeah, comparisons to F91 are definitely appropriate, especially with the shoulders and the beam shield and all that. Yeah, definitely extremely fair comparison.
Well done.
I should mention, if you're thinking about playing this game, all of the gameplay menus are in English and all of the spoken dialogue is in English. So all you're missing out on are the subtitles for dialogue. So if you're an English speaker, this game is no problem for you. You can play this game and get everything. Shout outs to Gundam fans. You'll recognize this as the ruins of the colony that fell in Sydney during the 1 Year War. Yeah, this game is set in the Universal Century 224. Deep in the UC timeline. Right there on your left, you can see a Zagok, a broken Zagok. Too bad, yeah. I mean, Australia lives on, I guess. A lot of our focus for this early levels, like the enemies aren't too much of a threat to us yet. So the important thing is mostly just not to get interrupted while we're moving. Note about the shield is directional, so it only works in front of me. If I get hit from behind, it will absolutely knock me out of hover, and it will create a lot of problems. Oh, there you go. Well, now you get to see me do hops of shame. Many hops of shame. Does the Dom appear in this game? No. Most of the suits in this game are iterations on the suits that appear in the movie. So there's like a Bugu 2. We'll also be introduced to the G3 Savior, which is an upgrade on the G Savior. All right, anyway, in this, for story reasons, this boss has to kill us. So I get to accept death. Kill me, please. Thank you. Well, we'll see him later. Don't worry. So good news. We now have the G3 Savior. The G3 Savior looks super cool. Also, will go super fast. So things are about to pick up. Yes. So we now get the upgrade Gundam, as is required. Somewhere there's a toy maker stamping their feet. We also get hot jams, and then we go real fast. Note about these little purple guys. Oh, good. I ran into it. So ordinarily, he would have shot that before running into it. But yeah, you have to kill those before you get near them, or otherwise they blow up. And the explosion hurt boxes in this game are hitboxes, I should say, are massive, and they stick around for a while. Notice my shield went empty. The good news about the shield is that as long as you get hit, like as long as you have some charge in the shield bar, it will take the whole hit. And then you can also get more shield back by just releasing the button briefly. Who are we fighting against? It is Colonel Bias's squad as a part of the Raven Project. It's like a military faction within Consent, the Congress of Settlement Nations. Is there a Gundam style racing game? There should be. That's a good question. So we're gonna soft lock this guy just like we did the other Spearhead. This is the Spearhead cannon. It's got cannons. Oh yeah, there are mecha racing games. It's true. That's definitely true. All right, cool. And now in the next level, they're going to try and give us another upgrade Gundam. But that upgrade Gundam has very good cannons, but it has very bad speed. And this is a speed run. So we're not going to use it. Bye. We're going to go back to the G3rd Savior. SD Gundam would be the perfect vehicle for Gundam kart racing. Oh yeah, Big O rules. Shout outs to Big O. Yeah, these guys. So these guys with those rocket launchers are probably the most dangerous. Most of the turrets are pretty nothing burgers, but the rocket launchers, because of the explosive hitboxes that will knock you out of hover, they're a real big concern. Generally speaking, getting knocked out of hover is a bad time. Good news, we got another upgrade Gundam coming after this. Yeah, no, you gotta get picked up. You gotta think about why that happened in the first place. So if we had the Cannon Gundam, this guy would go down real quick. We have to kind of improvise with using this regular blaster. This guy now has a shield, so we can't just stun lock him. We can pretty much spam him, though. The G3rd Savior does have a rapid fire attack, which will spam without me having to press the button. It also spams faster than I could normally aim. Yeah, I wish that... Oh, God. This is not my plan. All right. Okay, well, emergency blading. The blading is not consistent, and I do not recommend it. But I have a little bit of practice doing it for other reasons. The blading is essential to beat the game on hard with the weakest character, which is something you do to unlock stuff in the game. Anyway, now we have ground attack mode. And you know what ground attack mode means? Ground attack mode means that we have rollerblades. And rollerblades means we have infinite hover. So all that I was doing before with having to jump out of hover and manage it, that's over. Now it's just smooth sailing until we get shot in the back. But yeah, you know, that won't happen. So besides the rollerblades, this Gundam also has some other cool tricks. It has a shot cannon that can actually go through multiple targets. It has kind of piercing. And then it also has homing missiles, which are also really good. Oh yeah, also if you're a Zeta Gundam fan, this is Mount Kilimanjaro as seen in Zeta Gundam. And also, I mean, real life as well, but mostly Zeta Gundam. So a note about this guy's beam cannon, though, is that firing this guy's beam cannon does knock him back a little bit. You lose a little bit of forward, you know, progress. And so we want to be a little more choosy about when we shoot it. Thankfully, in this level, we can pretty much run past everyone without having to do too much shooting. All right, and also the boss fights are going to get more complex as well. I'm going to put myself at the bottom of this saucer, turn around, and then fight him down this way. Also enjoy the 3 FPS gameplay. That is just system lag. The future. So he has a dodge. If I'm shooting him from the back or sides, he's not going to be able to dodge, but once he turns towards me, but I can punish his attacks. There you go.
You have my
Shout out to Commander Ben. Okay. Now it's time for like the first 5 stages in this game are pretty straightforward. And then things are gonna get a little more intense. We're still gonna be rollerblading though. We never stop rollerblading. This is our Gundam for the rest of the game. On New Game Plus runs where you can just pick whatever suit you want, you just pick this suit the entire game. It's too OP. Oh my god, okay. That was not that was not intended. Lots of accidental blading happening. Sometimes there are swords. A workplace accident, if you will. All right, time for another boss fight. Yeah, no, there's only one situation in which you should ever intentionally melee, and it doesn't happen in this run. All right, so now we have a boss fight that's split into 2 bosses. That life bar at the top is split. I should note, if you look at the mini map, the other half of them is shooting rockets at me, and you can see them as those yellow dots on the mini map. So note about this giant beam, you can just shield it. Oh, okay, maybe I'll die. But yeah, thankfully you can just shield that giant beam and you'll be fine. As long as you're, again, with the shield, as long as you're facing the right direction, it's okay. There we go. So now the next two stages are going to be repeats of stages that we saw earlier. But, I mean, I don't know. Most of the Gundam games that I play have terrible melee. Journey to Jaburo has bad melee. Rise from the Ashes has bad melee. I don't know if any of these are hot takes, but... We're going to be killing more dudes this level because of safety. We will get shot in the back in this level if we're not careful. Again, I wait for those two to line up. Oh, yeah. Who wants some more 3 FPS gameplay? There you go. These are the homing missiles I mentioned earlier. Very useful for taking out the wave of enemies to make sure they don't shoot me from the back. Good. That worked out. It was actually really clean. Barely lost any health there. I think it's probably the most difficult. I feel like it's the most difficult level. Anyway, this guy has no answer for our beam cannon. So we can just stun lock him with this thing. Again, this suit's really OP. So this blows up shields pretty much instantly. So he's trying to shield, but he can't. Because I'm just hovering and staying in his face. Sorry, buddy. That's the Bugu 2. It's even better than the Bugu 1. Always saying this. We got one more stage. Here we go. This is the finale stage. We're going to have a boss of 3 parts at the end of this. This is going to be a retread of stage 2. But there's going to be way more enemies this time. I cannot skip this until the pain is done. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what the turnaround time was for this game. That's bad. I can't believe that guy was right there to melee me in the back. Well, this is spicy. All right, 3 FPS. Don't fail me now. Oh my goodness. I should be dead. Yeah, the legend of G Savior has just begun. Now to do, so this is the first phase of the 3 boss fights. This is Raven 1. As we're redoing the fight from 2. Once again, we're able to stun lock him. But wait, there's more. Yeah, actually it is spelled with you because of Canada. You are actually, that is correct, yeah. Anyway, that's Raven 2. Get ready for Raven 3. We're gonna use an attack we haven't used before called the circus motion attack. And it makes explosions. It makes explosions behind us, so it's really useful for a boss who's chasing us. All right, anyway, we died. We finally died. Good news, there's checkpoints on bosses. And I think we got him. I think we got him. We got him. All right, ready? Time. I mean, I'm doing time, but time will be when this yep, there we go. Bam. Whoa, yo, 26:42. Awesome. That's a pretty good time. That would have been world record before today. But I got a 25:55 earlier, so not quite yet. But anyway, that was G Savior.
I'll never give up.
It's a really good PlayStation 2 game. If you want to play an early Gundam game for PS2, I recommend it. It works on emulator. It works on a PS2. It's still a pretty cheap game to pick up. So I'm a big proponent. Watch the movie, play the game, live your best life. It has a ballad about your mother at the end. I'm dead serious. It's actually about mothers. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you again, Retrothon, Retro Gaming Live TV. I'll be back later in the week with a Deep Space Nine video game, so look forward to that, Star Trek fans. And yeah, have a good night. Just continue enjoying the marathon.
And vacate the area immediately.
Attention all units and spaceships. The mission